Good evening, guys. Welcome to the Cantrell.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome
Hi, guys.
in, of course, welcome in with my fellow friends and co-hosts Mike and Richard.
Yes.
Hello.
Make sure you check them out on Parks and Eats.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And of
Yep.
course, check out my partner channel, Richard Bloomin' Cheese, on his
Mm-hmm.
own
On my
channel.
YouTube, and then please do check me out on Instagram because when I go on vacation, that's where I post or go live on.
Yep.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Welcome in, guys. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday.
I am.
Having a great half week. Hopefully
Mhm.
we'll get a few people in here tonight. Like I said, right now you have 10 million people streaming at this point. I think
Right.
our Resort TV One's going. I know Pete's going on his sports channel.
I know Disney
So,
Nerd
We're just
heard.
gonna have fun and we're
I
gonna
believe
talk
it's
travel
live
and
as well. Yeah.
so with that, so obviously,
Okay.
guys, tonight, and I don't know, a lot of it is obviously you know that this is about traveling, and
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest topics of traveling, and as far as the travel industry right now,
Mm-hmm.
the biggest traveling that is going on right now is everybody's wanting to take cruises.
Yep.
There's no facing it. I've seen the numbers on it. Numbers
Hi,
do not
Keith.
lie.
Good to see
The
you.
numbers is it taking cruises right now are out
You're
doing
right.
all the theme parks,
Yep.
and
You're right.
cruises right now are the top of the mark.
You're right.
And you can see it because you can see the numbers increasing.
Oh yeah.
Ever since we come back from, since 2020, and we've
Yeah.
gotten over the pandemic,
The
the
funk.
numbers each year for cruises have increased.
Yeah.
Let alone the
Yeah.
number of ships that each, especially the top cruise lines, have been
Mm-hmm.
putting out.
Oh
Would you
yeah.
agree, Richard? I mean, look at it. Carnival's
Yeah.
put out a couple. Carnival just released Jubilee earlier last year.
Yep.
Disney just
Great one,
released
by
them
the
last
way.
year. We
Yep.
had the Icon that just got released in December.
Mm-hmm.
You got the
Just for anyone is
got the
wondering,
Disney
also,
Treasure coming out in December.
Right.
yeah,
And you got Utopia coming out in the summer.
Right.
summer.
For
They
Royal
haven't set a
Caribbean.
date for that one yet.
Which one?
Utopia.
Yeah, it's called Utopia of the Seas.
Mm.
No, I said date.
Oh, date. No. I
That's
have
what I
not seen a
said.
date. No, I have not seen a date. I have not seen a date from the Royal
No.
Caribbean on that yet. Hey,
So-
Jeannie, welcome in. I knew we would get Jeannie in here,
Hello, Jeannie. Okay.
and I'm sure she's doing like a lot of other people. Probably going to end up hopping
Hopping.
from one stream to another while Pete's doing his sports streams.
Mm.
Yep. And
So-
then
Yeah.
Understand
we got a
But-
little bit of news of Disney Edge because that's one of the biggest ones right now for news-wise.
that's the biggest, and I actually was
Yeah.
taken by shock when you said that.
Yes.
I think we all were shocked. I mean, we know the treasure's coming out, and
Yes.
here's the kicker: they're all coming out with ships next year. I
Yes.
think even,
Yes.
I don't know about Carnival,
Disney
but I
has
think
more than
Caribbean-
one, really.
the Royal Caribbean
Disney
has
has
got more
two.
ships coming out
They
in
have two
25.
coming out.
Yeah, they actually have two ships coming out.
Disney.
We got the Treasure and the one that was just announced today,
which
Yeah.
which is the Destiny. And
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, when I saw that the promo, it
Oh, yeah.
looked amazing.
it
The way
is
that it
an
was
That
set
amazing-
up,
was
beautiful.
fantastic, by the way.
I just saw it.
Now, I have
about
not
a little
seen.
bit
I have
ago.
not seen. I have not seen the YouTube
Go
promo
watch
on it
it.
yet. I had
It's
to watch it yet.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But
Please
from the
do
pictures
watch
I've
it.
It's
seen,
really
it
cool.
looks
I
absolutely
watched it on my
gorgeous.
friend's stuff.
I think
Yeah.
it gives hints on what the theming is
it
going
gives
to be more
hints.
towards.
I'm not going to give anything away,
But
but
you
I
need
will
to
tell
watch it
you
for
there are
yourself. There won't be
three.
no treasures from us.
Yes,
there
we
are
won't.
three big
We'll talk.
hints to the
Well,
production.
actually, here's the thing. We'll
That's
dive
great.
more into everything later after everybody has a chance to let it sink in.
Yeah.
The big thing about this is, again, And David Deal was right. He actually sent me this link today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I told him I had seen it and I heard about it, but he is right. This will take up to, this will make 8 ships
Yes.
for the Disney Cruise Line.
Number 8.
Now, granted, it's nowhere near what the Royal Caribbean or Carnival have.
But
Their
it's getting
fleets
close.
are tremendous at this point.
It's getting close, though.
And if I remember correctly,
And I doubt it'll catch it though, because every time they release
close,
one.
But if I remember correctly, early next year, one of the ships has to go into dry dock for a while.
Right.
For Disney, because it's old.
Right.
The Disney
they all
magic.
do. Because they actually one of MSC's, either one of MSC's or Royal Caribbean ship had to go into dry dock over in England.
Yeah. I don't know where the magic is going to happen, but it will get dry dock.
Eventually, they all go into dry dock for refurbishment.
They have to keep maintenance up on them. Disney always does that, but still.
Well, they all have to. That's the standard of them.
I have a question. With these 2 brand new with the ships that are going to be coming next year, now, is it going to be back to back, or because?
No.
Here's my question with this, seriously, because when I saw the announcement of it just a little bit ago, before I came on here, it said 2025. Now we know that the Treasure is going to be December of the 2025. So, is the Destiny going to go first, then the Treasure?
No,
we don't.
But since they were announced the same year,
I'm looking at the article
how does
now.
it work with bookings? Because
here's the thing, though. The whole
Treasure
they're going to be
and the Destiny
off of. There's going to be off of 2 different home ports because you cannot have a Jamaican ship sail out of Asia.
Right.
So it has to have a different home port. All of Disney ships are in home port.
Again,
right.
Yeah. Castaway Cay.
Here's the thing, and I'm reading it right here that it talks about the ship is just starting to take shape.
Yeah.
Which tells me it's going to be which tells me you can expect it either summertime or later in the fall for the Destiny.
Yeah. Or maybe about the same time that the other one's coming out. They seem
people are going to go on back-to-back.
They're not going
to. Mike, it doesn't matter, Dave, if they go back-to-back because they are 2 different companies. There is. They're
different companies.
There's Disney Cruise Line Asia. That is a whole new company. Sorry about the thumbs.
Oh.
But
there is the one that comes out of the US, which is the Destiny.
But think of this. Now I'm talking business wise.
Yeah.
To release both ships at the same time would be a disaster.
Unlikely.
Absolutely.
It would be a disaster because you're trying to both. I'm talking now from trying to promote both ships.
Yeah.
It would cost you a ton of money. And if you could cause one or both, well, not both, but one of them would be undermined if you try to release them at the same time.
Here's the thing, though, Dave. Yes, that might be promotion.
Could they do it? Yeah, they could.
Before, Disney Cruise Line doesn't own it. It's Disney Cruise Line Asia. It's a whole new company. I looked into it. It's a whole new company.
Now, they didn't even mention that part of it because they just said DCL. And I'm like,
they want to put more than one ship over there.
Oh, this is going to get interesting.
Yeah, but I would think Disney would talk them into.
Here's my thing. Does that mean they have 2 different departments to promote? So that means that one for Asia. Wait a minute. The one for Asia would get promoted in Asian countries, Japan.
Now here's
Asia Pacific.
It all depends on how much Disney actually has input onto it.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Let me ask you this question.
And I would think this: if it is part of the Disney Cruise Line overall, I'm not saying manufacturing.
I don't know.
If it's part of the actual Disney Cruise Line, then the Disney Cruise Line department.
I don't know if it is or isn't. It could be 2 whole different companies. Entities, sorry.
Let me ask
if it still falls under the Disney Cruise Line,
let me ask you guys this seriously. Okay, so we were mentioning.
You make some good points, and you could be right. Nobody knows for sure.
Now, could they move one of the ships that is already in the fleet now, like, with the Magic Dream, whatever?
Okay.
Can they move it over to Asia to make room for the Destiny? Could they do that? Here's my reason behind it.
Here's my thing. And Dave will agree with me on this one. Okay. Almost every single ship that comes out with Disney Cruise Line, 98 or 95% of the time is always full with however many people are allowed on it.
Right.
It never is low. You never see that. So to them to take away a ship would mean less people that they're allowed to go with.
What I'm saying is,
here's another.
I don't see them doing that.
And here's another extension onto that one, Richard. Here's something else beyond that too. Think about the itineraries. When they
don't know what it is yet.
They do the itineraries almost a full year ahead. So they would royally screw up their itineraries. Yeah. So they would wait till that year's itineraries are almost complete and then schedule it to move them if they were going to do that.
Well, here is what I do know, and I literally do not want to give a lot of the stuff away because neither one of you has seen the promo yet. But I do know who the captain is of the ship character-wise, and it's the same one.
Well, you can already say that. You're going to tell you the next two are going to be.
It is Captain Minnie with this one.
Yeah, it is going to be Captain Minnie again.
That's pretty much a standard.
But
for now,
we don't even know which the Fighter Island's going to have.
Okay. For that video that we got to see, there's a nice little photo at the very end.
Oh, yes.
Of that video.
Yes.
That is blowing up the internet with speculation.
It's the logo, isn't it?
No. It shows the very ending photo it shows that hallway.
Yes.
That leads, and then it shows on the side.
Yes.
Each and every one of those hallway rooms is themed to different villain or different hero.
It looks amazing.
Is this going to be what is that called? Okay, is this going to be more of a boutique kind of style of cruise ship?
Here's the thing with this:
like more theme on the rooms.
That's what they did with the Wish.
No, I meant like full on theme in the rooms. You're when you go into your room, you're transported to a whole new world.
That's what I'm wondering because the way that it looked.
Because Minnie opened up some of those doors, and it was like
I didn't see that part. I only saw like the like which characters they're using, because that's how I saw. I didn't see that part. I need to rewatch it again.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is that the bottom line of it is you can expect this ship to be based on heroes and villains.
Yes,
heroes and villains,
and it's going to be clearly it's going to be from not just one movie. It's going to encounter all
several, and the one villain I am so excited for because that villain is one of my favorites. One of them.
Okay.
I'm not giving it away because I don't know who's seen the video.
Please do watch that short video. It came out today.
You have seen it then.
I have seen it, yeah.
What did you think? Because I loved it.
I loved it. It's kind of hard to explain this short film without giving it away to everyone else.
I know. I like it. I like what they're doing with it, and I love the theming with it. It looks
I think they're going to go in depth. They might have like more restaurants also themed to some characters instead of.
Have you noticed that they've gone down to one stack on the last couple of ships?
I have.
Mm-hmm.
They've actually, because the earlier predecessors they had both stacks.
They had both stacks, and this one will not. It will not have a second.
Well, I don't think the Treasure's only got one stack, correct?
Yeah, Treasure's only has one stack, but really the Treasure does have the larger stack of any of the Disney fleets, even though it is only one.
I would agree on that.
It's the tallest.
Still, even that, right now, the biggest world cruise ship is the Icon of the Seas.
Icon of the Seas.
600 and some odd thousand tons. It dwarfs almost all the cruise ships. Period.
Yes.
I agree.
I can see that, but
not so much width. It's not so much the width. It's the length and the height.
Yeah.
That did it.
But it'll be neat to see what else they're going to do with this, because
I am curious.
And plus, if we looked at that information, we know this next ship, the Destiny,
yes,
should be about the same size as the Wish, if I remember correctly, or about
I thought it was the same size as the Treasure.
Here's the crazy question, because we all know this is stemming from D23.
Yes. This is going to be now bigger.
Do you think, Richard, they might actually give more details on?
Yes,
they definitely will. That'll
absolutely
be for
both ships. Actually,
I already know what night they're going to do that on.
For both ships, they're going to be doing that because they want everyone to know what's going on within the cruise line, within the theme parks. Because
I might even get inside intel on Lookout K or Lighthouse Point, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but with the Destiny, are they going to be having a third private island because the other two are going to be using one or the other or both? So what I'm wondering is, are they going to make a third private island?
All I gotta say is Disney just said, I believe this has everything to do with what they just finished up most, if not all, of the Lighthouse Point. Mm-hmm. And when that happened, when it finally got all the way finished, the main director or head CEO of that department basically is getting promoted to be a legend.
Wow.
At D23, which we already knew his name. We already knew his name. So, Joe Road.
Wait a minute. He designed that thing? That's impressive.
The second island, yes.
Wow. I wonder if he's going to do the now. Do you now?
All I'm going to say is he does like to be in the back pocket of Disney.
But let me ask you guys this: do you think okay? In all honesty, do you guys think there will be a third private island for this new ship that we just heard about today?
Yes. Not for the ship that we heard about today.
Okay.
But there will be a third island because of the singularity of Disney ships that have been known to go to their one of their private islands.
Right. Or both.
But with
which one?
There being 8 ships, they need to have one more island somewhere.
I think they need to have another one.
I highly expect it not to be in the Bahamas. I do not know where it's going to be.
You know where would be really cool, though?
West Coast?
The U.S. Virgin Islands. Well, wait a minute. They could. Well, I was thinking more of the Hawaii because of Alani.
Go towards the Hawaii area.
That would work.
Or West Coast somewhere in the what is those? There's an island chain that's up by Alaska.
Oh, you mean the Aleutian Islands?
Something like that.
The Aleutian Islands are there. They're in Alaska. They're on the tip.
What about Bermuda?
Oh, Bermuda would be cool.
That'd be different.
Bermuda. That's
a whole different area, kind of.
You actually expect it anytime soon? Because here's my problem with this.
No. I expect this in about 8 to 10.
I agree with you on the third island.
Yeah.
But because of them putting so much money into the parks, and we already know they're getting ready to tear into Animal Kingdom because the permits were filed yesterday.
Oh, really?
They're digging up the construction holding site.
Yes.
Which ain't even behind Dino Land. It's on the other
on
the northeast side of Animal Kingdom.
It's in the corner.
Wait a minute. So are they starting the new area for the Animal Kingdom now. Hello,
They
Dave.
will be soon.
Good to see you.
The Encanto /
Bamboo
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones and one other one. Actually, it's going to be 3 things, I think, from what...
I thought it was going to be Bambi.
No,
not Bambi.
I forget which one it is.
If I understand
Indiana
right,
Jones is one of them,
I think they're
the other one.
Coco.
What's the third one?
Encanto and Indiana Jones are the 3. Coco.
Yeah.
Encanto and Indiana Jones.
You gotta also remember they're going to try to theme part of the not new, but the center area is also going to try to get
Dave
themed.
Slagan, welcome in, buddy.
It's going to try to get themed to Zootopia, which will mean a new stream.
I think no.
I guess you can call it.
I honestly, I don't think they will, because if you're going to use 3, you only got so much space in there.
I would say,
and I think
no,
doing,
that was only this. That's the center area. That's where the Tree of Life is.
Right.
That's a whole different area.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's right, because that's going to be where.
Are you talking about renaming something?
Going to be. That's right.
Are you talking about renaming for something?
For
no, they're going to theme the whole thing to Zootopia. The last time I heard.
Right.
The center area, the island of Ventura, I believe it's called.
Is going to be where it's tough to be a bug is now.
Good. Yes. I don't know. I haven't heard anything on that.
Tree.
Yeah.
I just know that. I just know the whole Dino Land area is going to be end up being Indiana, Coco, and Encanto. And the fact of it is, they haven't started on that area. They just filed the permit.
Yeah, they filed the
roads. They're going to be creating cement roads, pathways, and a parking lot, and be able to put buildings in for all the construction.
Well, I hope that they're not
going to call it a construction holding area. They call it a construction holding area, I think, which is it's actually on the north.
They were going to do something.
I think it's on the northeast of Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the way they're expanding it, it looks like they might even put in more holding areas for zoo animals also. In that bottom corner.
Oh, really?
I don't know about that. I just know that the permit that they filed. I do know that all I know is that the permit they filed was for the construction holding area to start on the Dino Land area. That's all we know at this point. But usually that's the case that they file that permit. What's the next permit to actually start on the construction of the?
It is, but for Disney that takes a while sometimes.
Sometimes, but I think that I'm going to bet you on this. I bet you this is probably going to be moving a little bit quicker. I have a feeling they've had this lined up for a little bit of time.
If we know the exact day, do you think Animal Kingdom / Dino Land / Dinosaur the Ride, which is still running, by the way, will it have an ending date, and will that date be like really popular?
I would think so, because I heard they actually had a problem with some of the figures within the Dino Ride.
Really?
Some of the dinosaurs weren't working.
Oh my!
We don't want that to happen when it's ending. But maybe they did that on purpose to say, "Hey, it's going bad." When reality is they're neglecting it. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's hard to say what'll happen.
Right.
But I do look for it to happen soon. I mean, that's how soon. That could be another.
We don't know how soon.
There soon could be another 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
We know that, or it could be 2 months down the road. We don't know, because they've been known to move quick too.
Yeah, they have been known to move quick.
Right.
As long as they post a date for the last day that Dino Land, the Dinosaur the Ride is running. So
they will, because obviously that's going to be part of the change. So they're going to have to shut it down.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have to shut it down.
That's going to be part of it. They're knocking that whole area. They're going to have to change all the dinosaur restaurants.
What are they going to do with the gift shop that's over there? Are they going to
shut it down? It's going to be removed.
Oh,
it's going to be either removed or replaced. Probably replaced, because they do like to reuse buildings. Yeah. They do like to reuse buildings for Disney.
Right.
Which brings up a good point. This is why people
that's going to be Indiana Jones
are traveling.
Right.
Gift shop. Indiana Jones gift shop is
right. Because Well,
unless it's a Canto,
who knows?
Or Cocoa. I don't know.
I don't know. It could be Cocoa because you know what? It wouldn't be surprising if they made the dinosaur ride some type of Cocoa ride dealing with the Festival of the Dead.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a cool idea. But let me ask you this question, Abe. Everybody has been saying that they would love to have Coco in Mexico.
Now, here's my thing.
Epcot. Makes sense.
I want the Coco that is supposed to be in real life.
Yeah.
Not in the afterworld. I want it to be in Epcot. Right. But I also want the one for Animal Kingdom to be set more upon this is where you go after you die kind of thing.
I kind of like that idea. I like
2 different lands.
Right.
I don't know. It depends on how it all comes down to what if they want to get rid of the Caballeros.
Yeah.
Because it's still got a good strong Caballeros got a good strong following. So it's hard to say.
Yeah.
But they could.
Dave, you have to admit that space does have some retheming already to Coco. Already.
Mm-hmm.
It does. One part of it, it does have some of the.
If you look in the ride up above, you can see some of the Coco stuff already.
Yeah. Up above, before you head down the stairs.
And that could be what they got playing down the road, too.
Hopefully.
And
a new water ride that goes really slow. Okay.
Well, let me ask you guys this. When Dinosaur goes, and I mean goes.
Bye-bye.
It's going. It ain't a matter of whether it's going.
Do
it's going.
You think it's either going to be the Indiana Jones ride, or do you think it's going to be an Encanto ride?
No,
we already know. It's going to be Indiana Jones because that is the same ride track system they use in Disneyland.
And if they decide, depending on what they want, and I agree with Richard, it just comes down to what they're going to do with the track.
Right.
If they decide to pull that out, then I'm going to tell you it's either going to be one or two things based on from things that I saw that could be. I would think it's either going to be Coco or Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Because according to the maps that I've seen part of the file permit, Encanto's going to be like over here, Indiana Jones. So I'm going to go with Richard on this. I'm expecting it to be more. One, they do have the trackless ride there already in Disneyland. It's the same thing at this ride. So I'm going to suspect it's going to be more. And then Coco's going to be
I don't think it's going to be the same exact ride that they're going to have at Disneyland. I think it's going to be based upon a different movie of Indiana Jones.
Right. And I agree with you, but it's going to use the track system that they have.
Whatever new one they want to do.
Right. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it because here's my other issue with
maybe it might encompass all of the Indiana Joneses.
How are you going to get people back there? Because it's in the most.
How did you get the people for Dinosaur back there?
How did you get people on the Dinosaur?
Mostly it was because the kids, right? It was a big zone at one time.
You're right. It was. But now, how are you going to get everybody over there?
It'll be easy. The same way they get them to other things. It's going to come down to the IPs. It's going to come down to the IPs.
Yeah. Well, nostalgia, Indiana Jones. That's going to be like old school. Hey, this is what we used to watch. Yeah. This is what we used to watch. They made a whole new land upon it. People will want to try to do that for adults.
Right. For the kids, I totally get in concept with everything.
Coco and Encanto are both mainstream new.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
I fully expect them to make a hopefully animatronic house that has opening doors for
that would be fun. If it opens doors.
I want it to be interactive. I want it to work with your Magic Band.
I want the doors to open.
Well,
doors open, the light flickers.
Right.
There's different things you can do. Interactive.
What I'm going to say is this. no matter what, this stirs up everybody's hearts. It's good to finally see them doing something in the parks and putting it out. This is why you really, here's a good thing about it is, for you guys that are wanting to travel to Disney and want to experience Disney, this is what the Disney magic's about. Because you go to the Disney to experience now of what it currently is, and then you end up coming back to see what they do after or what they've added or changed.
Do you guys think they would take the Indiana Jones show out of Hollywood Studios and move it over to Animal Kingdom? Because Indiana Jones is going to be over in Animal Kingdom anyway.
Probably not at all, but they do have an area for it if they do it, which is the Kite Tails area.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Why don't we use that? That would be good to put that there anyway.
It wouldn't be the same show, though, because that's water.
Right, but
it would be a water ride, a water show instead of
water.
The jumping ride. Yeah.
You could. But, I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it.
So, Disney, this is Disney's, anything that Disney will put out is going to be epic or really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is their retaliation to Universal having the Epic Universe and coming out. Is Disney expanding not only one area like Universal did, but expanding all areas of Disney. Disney Cruise Line, 2 new ships.
Yes.
Disney World will have a new land, which is going to be...
And Disneyland doing what they're doing.
And Disneyland will also be expanding also, all 3.
You know what? I think...
Which kind of irritates the Universal right now because they thought they had to look on.
No, not even close.
And the fact that you've got over the next 10 years, they're thinking $30 billion.
You know what? It's going to be interesting.
And if that trend continues, they've got plans for the Magic Kingdom.
They do.
Or they're going to build a 5th park, one of the 2. Or their 5th park's coming.
I want it to happen if everyone keeps talking about the villains park.
Yes, I want the villains team park.
We want it.
I don't know if it'll be a villains park. Could be. But
wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm wondering something about
Dave. Even Pete went on to say that it should be a villains park area.
Thank you.
I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just saying it's all speculation.
Let me ask you guys this.
I'm just saying it could go a whole different ball game than what we're getting.
Right.
I'm stirring the pot, by the way, Dave, if you're wondering.
Let me ask you guys
stirring the pot because one, I agree with you. With you. I'm not arguing.
I know. I didn't say you were arguing. I'm just saying I'm stirring the pot.
I'm just saying what we talk about, they could go the opposite direction of what.
Let me ask you guys this. With the announcement of the heroes and villains on the cruise ship, the new one, is that saying basically that in Disney World we're getting the villains theme park and with the is that a hint? Because as you know, what Disney likes to do clues. This may be a clue for the villains land that we don't know what's going to be announced for the parks at D23. It sounds like it to me.
Disney played it very smart because what they did was they heard that people were talking about the villains land, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, well, we're just going to put it on a ship and see what you guys think.
Mm-hmm. So maybe this is a test to see if it's going to work in the park? That makes sense.
Testing stage.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it could be. It could be a testing.
It sounds like a clue to me. It sounds like a clue.
It sounds like fun to me. I'm going on it.
I'm going to tell you this. As a travel agent now, and the way things are going cruise lines wise.
Oh yeah.
Here's a little FYI for you: book early as soon as you can, and obviously, people that are in the like Richard, who was a member and traveled them before, all had the first advantages.
Yes.
Obviously, Disney Vacation Club members will have,
and then also for other people that think that since you only got points in one cruise line, then you can't get priority points in other cruise lines. Look it up, because sometimes you can. If I wanted to, if I show that I'm a gold D23 member, I get priority booking in MSC.
Nice.
So that's something, you know.
Right.
That's a very rare. That's very rare. Though.
It's very rare, but yeah.
Very rare.
Like I said, though, it's even if it is rare, look it up. You know, call people. You know, you'd be all like, "Hey, I'm at this point on this cruise line, and I want to try out your cruise line to see how it competes. Let's see how well that goes." You know.
Oh, this is interesting.
They sometimes give you deals. Put it that way.
Yes.
Hey, Richard, I am on the D23 website. Are you going to enter the costume contest?
I'm thinking about it.
There's
as
one
long as I know what the theming is, but I do not know what the theming is.
Okay.
If there's going to be a website. If not, I'll make a last minute decision, and it's going to be epic. Don't worry.
Okay.
I have some hats in my straw that I look like a professional cosplayer. If I'm going to try to go for it, I used to be one.
Oh, this is interesting. Ooh, I'm looking at the wow, this is nice. Wow, nice. Don't mind me. I'm on the
D23. I heard you. Well, there was some information on there, but didn't say that much from what just happened. So anything new, at least.
But I'll be honest, this is going to be really, really interesting to see what they do with it, because we all know what now. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, you know what I was thinking too? What if they were to build another water park? That would be interesting.
It would be, but I highly doubt that's ever going to happen.
I don't ever see a third water park. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't think you'll ever see a third water park.
You know what, Dave? The only reason they would do it would be to rub it in Universal's face.
Yeah.
So it might be in a different country, but
but
that's the only reason.
There would be plenty of other ways they could do that.
Yeah.
Because if you build a third park and you don't get enough people to operate it,
you're right.
Then it backfires on you.
That's true.
Now, right now,
you got to know if an area
that is doing with the ships and what they're doing with Animal Kingdom, what they're doing in that, they got a nut already.
Right now, their expansions,
they're going in Universal's face saying, okay, you're building a fifth park, but we still have room not only to build a fifth park, but we're doing all this. Look what we're doing in Anaheim.
And with what Land's doing, it's amazing.
Cruise line.
And you've got two new ships coming out.
Correct.
And a new line just opened up in Tokyo Disney. On top of that.
Really?
Just as of this month, if I remember correctly.
How nice. And with Disneyland Paris, their thing is going to be this week as well. And to me,
annual pass holder is Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, that event.
I believe that's where Nick and that's why they couldn't. I believe that's why they couldn't be on Saturday.
They're going to be there.
They're going to be in Paris, I think, this weekend.
Yes, they were.
By the way, for people that really want to know, if anyone wants to see like short videos or Instagram lives, Ear to Ear Magic is on the Jubilee right now.
Oh.
Dang, I need to go check that out. I've been wanting to see.
They're on the Jubilee. I seen it earlier today.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they were going this
Well,
week.
I'm already going to tell you.
Yeah.
You know, because they do, you know how they do. I'm already telling you next year I will be on I'm going to try to do a short 3-day when they do all those openings for getting on the Walt Disney World and the cruise lines next
all
year.
right.
And they do it every 12 months. They can only do it every 12 months.
Right.
So next year you got I may not be able to film it, but I'll be able to.
Dave, just get some of those dang perks that allow you to get onto the ship for one night for free.
That's what it is. It's some of the perks that do come out.
Some of the perks.
Mm-hmm.
Either one night for free or a discount off of the whole trip. Percentage.
Well, in fact, the ones that they had, it was like a 3-night thing. It was like $35.
Yep. I seen that.
I should have snatched it up when I could.
Yep. They sell like that though. Just boom, gone. Really? They're just like.
And now what you're talking there to anybody that catches the replay or watching, what we're talking about is that this is strictly stuff that come for travel agents.
Yes. So what this is for travel agents, they allow allotted rooms. They allow allotted rooms to be sold at a discounted price if they don't get sold beforehand. So these happened like at last minute.
Right. Well, no, the ones that I got, these aren't even last minute. These were
planned. The one I've caught are last minute.
It's actually part of the on-training thing.
On some.
This is actually part of the on-training thing. The deals that'll actually let them go into and see what it's all about. This is actually part of the Disney College thing that goes on that you have to keep up with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually for like 3 days. And some of it is actually going between Disney World and then taking a ship tour.
Yeah.
Right.
But it is down to a 3-day, it's like a 3-day night thing.
Now, I will say this. Now, a lot of people go on to the cruise first, then go to Disney World. And, some may do, the opposite, would just go to Disney World first, then do the cruise. So,
there's no right way. It matters how you feel like doing it.
Yeah,
there is a relax and then an excitement.
Exactly.
So do you want the relax or the excitement first? Excitement will be at Disney World.
Yes.
Relax time will be at the cruise line. Because I used to do both too. So I've done it both ways. I prefer
the way you want to do it, David, is good.
Well,
here's an FYI. If you
did the cruise first, well, here's the way that they did it. They got to Disney World, stayed one night in one of the resorts. The next morning, they did the ship. They did the cruise, came back to Disney World, and were there for another night.
Yeah.
So.
And I will tell you this. Depending on how many you're planning, if you're actually doing something similar to that,
right?
Any good travel agent will tell you that if you're doing the cruise first, make sure you get there a day ahead of time so you can get a rest.
Can I say something on this seriously?
Yeah.
Don't.
Especially depending on how far you have to travel.
Personally, I would give myself at least 3 days.
I know you're.
At least.
Richard, you're coming from Washington. If I was coming there, I would make sure I get there a day or two ahead of time.
Absolutely.
So that I could rest, then go on the cruise, then end up with Disney World, and then fly home.
Yep. Well, I have not really traveled to any of the cruise ports that, or not cruise ports. Let me put it this way. I have not went out of anything that is not Port Canaveral.
Gotcha.
And what I used to do is if you booked beforehand any of the Disney resorts,
Mm-hmm.
They used to
bus from there.
Used to have the bus that goes from there to there for free.
I think they still do it, right?
I'm not quite sure. Maybe Dave can say something more on this, but I don't know if they do the buses anymore for those, because that used to be the same line that used to go from the
so how are you supposed to get over
airport? There? It used to go from the airport to there, and it's the same company that owned it.
So how are you supposed to get down there now? Are you supposed to take like a Lyft or something?
Like a Lyft or Uber? I don't know.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let me ask you this question seriously.
Do you know, Dave? Do you know if the bus line that went
That's
from
what I was going to ask too.
Any of the Disney resorts or not Disney World resorts to
Port Canaveral
to Canaveral still run?
They still run, but it's a service fee.
Oh.
Yeah. So they made them pay.
They canceled the buses that they used to have. The buses.
Yeah,
I would have to recheck, but I don't think they have the Magic Bus services anymore. I think it's all
what I thought. It has to be paid.
or it's one complement to it.
How much is it to go from there to there?
Corrected. I think I'll have to check on that, and I'll let you guys know.
If I remember correctly, last time I used it,
I do believe they still do have the services that go from the resorts to Canaveral.
But it costs now, right?
How much?
Now
I about 68, if I remember correctly.
Per person?
Per person.
I would have to find out for sure.
It is. It's not Disney buses.
Would it be cheaper to just get them? Wait a minute. Can minivans do it?
No, not that I know of. They're not allowed that far off of the property.
I was going to say, if minivans could do it.
Nope. Uber or Lyft. Okay, Uber or Lyft, you're looking at about $300.
From the All-Star Resorts over there?
Yeah. Roughly.
Well, how the heck are you supposed to do that? Go. Let me ask you this question.
Mike, you're going to have to bike all the way down.
Let me ask you this question seriously. Would it be easier to just go to Port Canaveral, spend a night in a hotel there, and then just go to the ship?
Train. Brightline.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
I think it gets close to there.
That's true. But there's no Brightline.
That's why they probably hiked up the price, by the way, if that is true.
Wait a minute. $300 via Lyft?
Lyft or Uber, if I remember correctly, yeah.
From the All-Star Sports, Music, and Movies?
Most of any of the Disney World, yeah.
All
Disney
of them? Wow. Jeez.
Now, you have to remember, when that happens, that's because, and I already know this off the top of my head, I used to be an Uber driver for Seattle. We get time and a half in double time when there's traffic.
Really? Okay.
So that accommodates.
Oh, that's probably why it's that much. It's probably because of
accommodates with that. That's the morning traffic.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Because I'm like,
most Disney cruise ships leave roughly about 10 o'clock
in the morning.
10 to noon at the latest.
Well, that's fine.
That means you're driving through that traffic on purpose if you're going there that day.
I'm surprised that they don't leave at 6 a.m.
Okay,
what do you got?
And this is I'm looking right through the heart of the travel agency thing. So I'm reading it. This is coming from the agent portal.
Yeah.
If you book to stay with them before your cruise, transfers are available for an additional fee. So it means, and then of course they give you a number. So there you can, like if you stay at one of the resorts, you can get a bus from there to the hotel to the Port Canaveral, but there is an additional fee.
And we do not know what that fee is, but I think the money I was saying was when I went, which was high time for cruising.
Right.
Yeah, and because if
it's a lower time for cruising, it could knock that down by half.
Now, if you're going from airport, if you're doing a ground transportation from the airport to Port Canaveral, they only do it on embarkation and debarkation days, but it's like $45 per guest. Now that is from the airport to.
Oh, okay. So I was wrong. Probably about 35 then, or maybe a little bit less, maybe 30 or 25.
That's from the airport to them, and that's even if you do it from like the airport hotel.
The airport is further away, so I think that it might be cheaper than that. Just for
no, it may be. It may be. Oh, hold on.
Okay,
hold on. We got to do something, guys.
Oh yeah, I see that she came in.
Yay! It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world.
Hey, Molly.
There you go.
It's a world.
And I would agree with you. I would think the price is a little bit cheaper if they were going.
A little bit cheaper, but I don't know by how much, because I know the airport is further away.
It is.
Right. That's why I'm thinking it's $45. And that's either transporting from the airport to the Canaveral, or even if you stay at the airport hotel to Port Canaveral, it's $45. Now, what Disney is, I don't know, because it doesn't say.
Yeah.
We would have to talk to the numbers.
Call them. So they use high and low times.
Right. Let me ask you this question.
30 probably.
Or you purchase a private transportation yourself.
Private transportation.
Funny though, a lot of people do that.
Yeah,
they do. Most people do, I think.
Now, say you were to literally drive from your resort down to Port the Canaveral. How much is parking? To park your car
about $15 from. I only did that once.
How much?
And about $15. It was cheap.
That's not bad either.
But
no,
$15
that covers the whole time you're gone.
Is it per day?
That is stacked upon each day that you're there.
Correct.
Oh. Okay.
So $15 one day. Put it that way.
Okay, so if you're going on, I get it. Okay, so it's about $100.
About $100. Matters if you're on maybe even one of the longer cruises. It could be more, like 7 night. You get the point.
That would be over $100.
Yes.
So basically, $100 is up for parking.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, but
that's one Spirit jersey.
For me,
huh?
You'll laugh at this one. That was with a full-size U-Haul truck.
How much?
$15 a day.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the size of the vehicle.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard of.
It doesn't matter the size of the truck or the car.
Most
of
your cruise lines, it's a standard, and it varies from cruise line to cruise line.
Right.
But most of your parking, they have a standard fee for each day.
And if it can fit inside of one of the regular parking spots, it will fit there.
Because
now, mine could not go up. They do have a parking garage. I could not go into the garage because it was too tall. So they parked it off to the side. It was still the one set fee.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, because I think ours was like when I did that cruise back in 2008, 2009. Ours actually, I think we paid $75 because we did 4 nights. So $15 a day. So yeah, something like that, give or take.
Yeah.
Okay, so for anyone that is traveling in the whole U.S.
Did you see my question?
I'm just about to answer that question, Dave. For anyone that wants to know, it is cheaper to rent a U-Haul, $25 a day, and drive around than it is to rent a car. And you don't have to be 18. You can be 16.
Okay, now you got me going here. Now you got me going. Are you saying you rented a U-Haul to drive around instead of renting a vehicle?
He did.
Well, now that's the first time I ever heard that story.
Me too. Oh yeah, now you do what I do. It
can't get it to do it.
See, it doesn't work. I don't know what
it don't work.
Wrong.
I don't know how I did it. I did it for a few seconds there. Okay.
Yes. You pay for mileage too.
What about gas?
Yeah. Here's my thing.
Very expensive.
Gas is great, except for the fact that obviously it's going to be diesel truck.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more expensive gas.
Diesel is always over $4.
Think ahead of time for that one.
Absolutely.
I was an Uber driver when this happened. I had a gas card already because I was paying gas to Uber drive.
Right.
So if I have a gas card, I was putting all the money instead of on my other car. I was putting it onto the U-Haul.
I don't know what Molly puts. Oh, she did the. Oh, okay, she did the.
I can't do it.
It's kind of hard to see it on the chat.
It won't come up for me. I don't know. I don't know how Richard does it.
I don't know either. I don't know how I do it once and it won't do it again.
Yeah. Well. Anyways.
Oh.
So that's how that works. I was wondering how that. Now you see, you got yours to work, and I
don't know. We're playing around with
this. I got my background on.
Anyway, but
yeah,
here's my thing about that, because you could get a lot of stuff, and I mean big things that you could purchase off of the ship to put on there, including spirit jerseys, artwork, and I mean the big artwork. Even from Disney Springs, you could do it. You know?
Down came the rain and washed the spider.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Okay, guys. How about how about we take a short break? I'm gonna go ahead and play my commercial.
Okay. Sure.
We will be back 2 and, as the old game host would say, we'll be back 2 and 2.
You can do it and I can. This is ridiculous.
We're having too much.
Do it.
This is the Cantrell Country Travelway. I'm the agent and owner, David Cantrell. If you're looking to travel through the U.S. national parks or maybe to the waterways from beaches to ocean cruises, let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find your magical vacation.
Hi.
Welcome back, guys. So if you are ninja watching or you catch the replay and you are looking to travel, please reach out to me. You can find the contact information in the link of the description of this video for all my links. So please reach out, contact me. I'll be glad to answer any questions or help you find that magical vacation. Anyways. There you go.
Nice.
That's where you're going to be. That's where you're going to be in a few days.
Yep.
Hey, that's where I'll be next year. So
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'll probably do what you did. I'll probably just enjoy the sights and do a bunch of vlogs and maybe do a short streams on Instagram.
Remember, I'm not renting a car or nothing. So
okay.
I don't know.
If you're going to try to drive around any of Hawaii's places, try to see the sights and sounds, I would recommend getting a car.
Well,
absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk to my sisters about that because that's what they want to do for next year. And
rent a car,
and you know,
obviously
they're going to be booking through me.
So you know, Dave, I know about the base price for the Big Island, the one we went through.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 people can drive,
mm-hmm.
249 about
per day.
No, that's the whole time. That's the whole time we were there, about a whole week, 7 days.
Yeah, and that's about what I think. That's probably about
a pretty good price.
Let me ask you this question, Richard. What was the gas price out there? Because it's got to be high.
A lot cheaper than what it is today.
Yeah, you're probably looking at roughly about, if I remember correctly, when we went, it had to have been about $3 to $4.
That's what it is here now.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Right.
They have enough stuff to import that they can kind of get it for a cheaper price, I think.
Okay, good.
Well, and
pineapple.
And you got to think this too. I mean, you think about it, their economy probably got hit when that one Big Island got extremely devastated.
Yep.
Ooh, good thing I checked. The gas price right now in the Hawaii, the average gas, $4.69 for regular.
It might have went up since I left. Yeah, I went there. Yeah, that was last year.
And the mid grade is $4.88.
Yep,
that's what it says right now.
And guess what? On the Big Island, I know where all the Goodwills are.
That's good. Hey,
he's going to look for the Disney. Even on Hawaii, he's going thrift shopping.
Yeah, they have it over there. It's even called Goodwill still over there.
I'm sure it probably is. Maybe you'll find some Disney Hawaii stuff
like this.
Oh,
your jersey.
Maybe. If I look, maybe. But remember, I'm not driving away from Alani. I don't really have a car to drive with. So we're just taking a Lyft. It's going to take about 15 minutes to get from the airport to our place.
Nice.
Relatively cheap, I would say.
That's not bad at all, really.
Not bad. And then we're going to be staying there for a few days, 4 days, and then flying back.
Nice.
Yeah. See, I'm not sure how many days we're going, but But I would say I'm going to have to start suggesting to my sisters that if you're going to want me to start looking at this stuff, I need to start looking now for next year.
Yeah, absolutely. You do.
Dave, especially if you want to go,
especially for the vehicles.
Number one, especially for the vehicles. Number two, especially for the luau. Now the luau usually is.
Yeah, you need to book them as soon as you can.
Yeah.
And book with them as soon as you can because they book them up like that.
Yeah. Yes, they sell out quickly.
Sell out almost usually the first day.
Yep. Oh my.
Yeah. You got to do it the first day and early.
Big time.
Yeah.
I don't know. But,
so yes, Dave, me and when we are going down there those 4 days, we are going to a luau.
Oh, wonderful! I wonder if it's
a luau that is right next to Alani.
Nice.
Right.
I wonder if it's going to be the same one that was at the Polynesian years ago.
Maybe, but I highly doubt it. That was a Disney-fied. I'm sorry, but
but you brought it over there.
What you got is Polynesian
compare against the authenticity of Hawaii. I'm sorry, but
here's the thing about the Polynesian. You got a small taste of what goes on with the luau's. Okay, very small. Because as much studying as I've done on the luau's and all that, believe me, They take it to heart. It's something they care
Yep.
about. That's
glad.
why it means family.
I'm glad
and,
they do.
And trust me, it's so much more. I'm sure the one at the Polynesian was good.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it'll never top the actual luau's that you would get on Hawaii.
So, and also you got to know which luau's to go towards, because others are a lot better than some.
Really?
And then here's the thing.
Yeah.
You got so many luau's that go on throughout the different type of year because there's so many. Here's the thing. You want to talk about so many different holidays that we have. They have so many different festivals that they celebrate.
They like to have a festival every single month.
Just about every yes. and it covers from like jazz type of music, but Hawaiian type of jazz, and so it's I mean,
you know what I want to do sometime, Dave.
Already know.
You know what I want to do sometime? I want to book and get into Alani when they are recording America's Got Idol.
You mean American Idol?
American Idol, yeah.
That's right. That's going to be
that's at Alani.
You can throw ice on the stage and watch them all slip.
Yep. I would love to just listen to them sing some music. Come on.
No, I'd be throwing ice on the stage and watching.
Oh, come on, Dave. I'd be throwing ice down your shirt if you'd throw the ice on the stage.
I'm going to tell you guys, I do not like American Idol.
I used to watch it religiously.
I watch it not religiously, but I watch it here and there.
I watched the first 8 seasons of it, and then when season 9 went, I was like, no.
Yeah, I can't watch American Idol. I've tried to watch the first.
I watch it all the way up until the Disney Alani one when it comes up. That is like towards the top, but it's not even top 10 usually. It's like the top 25, and then I don't watch any rest of it. I just like that.
I mean,
I see what I wanted to see. I don't even care who wins.
I used to like watching that, but it's got
but I gotta say,
I can't even watch AGT anymore.
But saying that, last year's winner for American Idol was so surprising. He is so amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Any good?
Oh, yes. From Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
Heavyweight dude, kind of Samoan. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him from like a couple years ago. I remember he won. I think I haven't watched Idol since
that was last year, but they're in the middle of season right now. So
I never watched it. So
yeah, I watched that one and I liked it. He always sang Hawaiian music, but you know what the funny thing was?
What?
He remade a rock music into Hawaiian music.
That's really cool, though.
It was so cool, and he sounded almost like the same exact voice of the other famous Hawaiian singer, which was Malaka Makamae. What is that name of that song?
Mele Kalikimaka.
Yes, that one.
Mele Kalikimaka.
On
a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the only part I know.
Do you know who sings it? Do you even know the singer?
Yes, Bing Crosby. I know who it is.
Before that,
Bing Crosby made it famous.
Hawaiian singer is the one who originally sang it.
Really? I always thought it was Bing
Crosby stole it from him.
Really? I never knew that part.
By the way,
that was an island song.
Really? Yes. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I don't know the guy's name, but I do know it came from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe his name was Kamehameha, something like that. Something close to that is what his singer name was.
Look it up.
Yeah.
How interesting.
No, now I'm gonna have to get that out of my head.
I
Thank you for putting that right in my head right before our launch.
I know what we
need. How are
you? I know what we need.
Good to see you.
I got a good song that'll get it out of our head.
Oh, God. You do realize you could get flagged for this?
No, because it's not that long.
I know a song, too.
So do I. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, Richard, go for it. Oh, God.
Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand.
That's one of them.
Hey, Stephanie.
Wait a minute.
Hello, Stephanie Keel.
If you two are doing that, I'm doing this one. Just a second.
Wait. Go ahead.
Just a second. I have to get it.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Just a second. I want to get this first.
Go flame.
Dave, I tried to go for the under 10-second rule. So
that's what I did. I don't think mine.
Yeah, I did that too.
What was that?
Oh, Dave.
Make sure it's under 10 seconds. As long as it's under 10 seconds, you'll be okay.
Well, there you go. That one.
I counted you down just for you, Mike.
Thank you.
Yeah, we should be okay as long as it's as long as it's not so long.
If it's a real song, under 10 seconds. If it's a song by yourself, you can have as long as you want.
Right.
Well, we all just did.
And
just get a really good voice.
Even if it is, it's going to be more of a copyright than it is.
Yeah,
it's not going to be one of the major ones.
Hey, but we each did something different.
Yeah.
So that
it got
weirdly,
out of our head.
Thank you, Stephanie.
And weirdly, Mike and Dave, I felt like listening to It's a Small World.
I felt like listening to Manamana.
Am I getting a fever?
Richard, I love Small World.
Hey,
okay,
you know I don't like it. I'm like,
when Molly was in here. Where was Nick when Molly was in here? We needed.
I know. Darn.
Now, I do want to tell you guys tomorrow night we are gonna. I actually want to talk about all the cruise lines.
Sure.
Because actually, let's face it, there's a lot of ships coming out within the next year.
Absolutely.
A lot of ships.
Okay. Yeah, there is. And there's a lot of new islands that are popping up for certain cruise lines.
Yes. Royal Caribbean just finished.
Royal Caribbean just did one.
Carnival. Wait a minute.
Carnival has one.
Carnival for next year. Their island.
Oh, the new Carnival one. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the new Carnival island is either into this year or in 25.
Yeah, and then the MSC has one coming out.
On that.
I know MSC has one coming out pretty soon.
So there you go. We'll cover new ships and new islands.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Ships and islands, but I don't know if I'll be there, so we'll see.
Well, if not, I'll cover.
I'm working again tomorrow, so.
I'm rewatching the Destiny thing because it's so amazing.
Yeah.
The what?
I'm
the Destiny
thing again.
The Destiny ship.
Oh yeah. Make
it's
sure you guys check that.
The way that they announced
out. If you, Stephanie needs to see that one too, so she can pass it on to Paul.
Okay.
Maybe I should just start taking
snapshots
of
yes.
Maybe I should just start taking snapshots of that short and then try to dissect it itself.
That's what I'm doing right now, and I have already dissected a couple things already.
I know there was more than one thing. That was the biggest thing was I noticed was at the very end, the hallway.
That's what I'm looking for right now. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, working gets in. Yeah, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie, is Paul still with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say hello.
I will know that you for you guys that do love the national parks, I think you guys are. Yep. And you can tell him he can come see me. We'll get you guys a good deal.
Oh, go for it. You should book them a deal. Come on.
Absolutely.
I would get him a good deal.
Discount.
If I can, I'll get him whatever discount I can.
Wait a minute, Richard. I just watched this again.
I see a bunch of Easter eggs. I'm not going to say all you have to search for them.
Well, I hope he makes it home safe.
Wait. Oh, shoot.
I'm sorry you had to go home, Stephanie.
I just saw it. Shoot. Now I got to redo it. I just saw something.
There was a bunch of Easter eggs in it, or treasures, as I call them now.
Really nice.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of treasures in that video.
Yep.
I need to go to my agent profiler. See what it looks like.
I will be heading off, Dave. I'm eating now.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Have a good evening. We know it's dinner time for you. For me and Mike.
I'm having Alani days in my head now. Yeah.
I actually think I believe we got a few more minutes. We can do Mike.
Yep.
I know you'll want to go early, but
yeah. Oh, I'm good right now.
Additional bios, okay.
But
I need to actually add some more bios.
I'll say this, Dave. The news that we have covered is really good.
Okay, I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
Oh, I can actually put more additional bios. Ooh.
Nice.
I definitely need to. Full bio, additional bio, expertise, Disney World.
Of course.
I need to go back to my profile, home.
Hey, Dave, read the Stephanie's comment.
Yeah, how about Fantasy Island? That plane.
I never watched that show.
Man, that was a good show. I do love that show. Let me see what I need to see what my profile looks like now, because I need to might as well sit here and work on this a little bit while we're talking on things. Yeah, that was actually some good news.
I agree. It's funny, with all this news and stuff, I almost want to go on a Disney cruise now, because with all this new stuff happening, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I do still want to go to Disney at some point, but I'm almost wondering if I want to do the Disney cruise line first, then go to Disney. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, David, here is a question for you. What days do most cruise lines leave? Weekdays, weekends, or what?
Well, now, what time do they usually leave?
As in, do they leave on the weekdays? Do they leave on the weekends?
Most of them travel. You've got different ones that travel throughout the day. For instance, I like to watch the Miami port.
Yeah.
So I don't see none of the Disney cruise because they've got their own port at Fort Lauderdale. But I do see a lot of the Royal Caribbean. I do see MSC. I see Carnival coming in constantly. and they leave a lot of them. Some of them end up doing 6-7 days, so they end up leaving on Saturdays or Fridays or Saturdays, and end up coming back next Friday or on Saturday. The ones that do every 3 or 4 or 5 days, because you'll get like tonight. The only one that came into Miami's port today was the Virgin Cruise Scarlet Lady. And she departed port at 6 p.m. So I mean, so it just depends. It depends on how long the cruise is, when they depart. But here's the thing: unless they're going into dry dock, they pull in early morning on that day. And they leave late in the afternoon the same day. Their turnarounds for the cruise ships are about 8 to 9 hours. Because Miami's port, you'll find out the different cruises, especially like on the weekends, like on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. Each of those days tend to have anywhere from 6 to 7 to 8 ships in port on the cruises. And they all come in anywhere from like 2:30 in the morning to 6 or 7.
2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Wow.
I count of the seas, which goes 7 days a week, pretty much. Usually comes in. Now sometimes it's a little bit later, but they tend to come in at 2:30 in the morning on the Icon of the Seas.
2:30 a.m. Wow.
Yeah.
No traffic.
And then it'll leave like 5:30 or 6. But the other ones, a lot of them tend to come in between 4 and 6 a.m. and leave between 3:30 and 6.
Wow. That's
so
interesting.
The cruise is only doing 8-hour turnaround, and that's to clean everything up, refuel the ship, reload it with supplies, and then by the time, because they're still working on things as it gets time to start embarking people. Which is usually about 1 o'clock. Say like if let's say the cruise is supposed to depart at 4, they start loading people up at 3 hours prior to. So that at 4 o'clock, sometimes I'm not saying they necessarily get out of port on time. Sometimes they have issues that come up and they end up leaving. I've seen some of the cruises where they were supposed to leave at 4 or 4:30. And end up not leaving for a half an hour to an hour late.
Was that due to
it was due to some had medical emergencies. I've actually seen the cruise lines go out of port, turn around, and come back because they've had medical emergencies. And this is just watching the port of Miami. They're just sit there and watch it a couple of days. I just sit there if I'm relaxing and I want to relax. I'll put on the port and watch. I'll watch the small boats drive around and all that. But if you really want to watch cruises going out and that, watch. It's called BLS. And they have cams that watch the port area where a lot of these dock, because some of them have to go down to what they call a port basin and do a turnaround and go back. Some will pull in and then go down to the basin at some will wait till they depart to go to the turn basin, turn around, and then head out of port, and then turn around and then head to the exit of the port. It actually is quite unique. So just watch it one evening. I actually suggest watching it like maybe on a Friday or a Saturday afternoon. In fact, I'll bring it up and watch it I'll put it up on the screen on Saturday afternoon as so you guys can see it and watch them. But
cool. Hi, Dean. It's good to see you. Welcome in.
That's what I want to know. I thought you could do travel blogs. Okay. But Dean, how you doing, buddy? I gotta get Dean back on here, but I know he works. Need to get him back on one of the shows when he's not
busy. Right.
Dean's another good friend. You got to let me know when you can come on, Dean, and we'll
Absolutely.
get you.
You are always welcome. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Yeah. Good day today. Good day. So, how's, trying to think what else Disney related. Oh, nice. He says that he's the pretty he is pretty the free, so just let him know.
You're always welcome to join Cherie, me, Mike.
Absolutely.
On Saturday if you'd like.
Yes. Absolutely.
By the way, Mike, did you ever get a hold of Mike and Stacy and let them know?
Yes, I did.
Did you get a response?
Yes, I did.
Did they still want to come on Saturday, or?
Yes, they do. It sounds it to me.
Hey, Dean, you're more than welcome. We're going to be doing. I don't know what you're doing on Saturday, but we'll be doing the Disney Extra News at 4:00 on Saturday. If you want to join us, we can make sure you get the link.
So I can't believe that that it's already spring already.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Okay, yeah, let me know, Dean.
Yeah.
Darn it. I'm gonna have to start building some itineraries on this profile.
So
for Disney when I start traveling.
Right. Let me think. I think that what we discussed tonight was really good.
Yes, I do too. Because I do know that Pete's going to be, and then of course Saturday I know I'm going to finish up the one Lego set. I know Saturday we will have Mike and Stacy on.
Right, and you're froze on your end.
And there I am. I'm back.
Okay.
I'm not back.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
It might be still. It might come back in a minute. Well.
Yeah. Okay.
Might need to step out real quick. Be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna reload it.
Okay. All right. He will be right back. He's having some technical difficulties. So. Yeah. But I think that everything that we have discussed with the new the Disney cruise ship, which is amazing. Welcome back.
Yep, I told you. It took a minute. Didn't it actually? No, it's not a Mikey takeover. It's just getting me back on my thing.
Yeah.
Because obviously for these shows, I'm going to try to use this background with my logo.
Right. I know.
Yeah, short-lived. Listen, I got to keep an eye on Mikey and Richard. Trust me. But me and Mikey knows where I'm going with these shows, and
yes, absolutely. I think that they're great.
We'll have fun, but we don't plan on letting them get out of control.
Of course. Of course.
especially the national park ones, because I really
absolutely. I cannot wait to start talking about that stuff. Especially when we get to Washington, D.C.
travel plans.
Because I cannot wait for D.C.
The what?
I said that I cannot wait until we talk about Washington, D.C. Because I could talk about that place all day long. I could.
What? And what? Washington, D.C.?
Yeah. Because I've been there many times.
I don't know when we're doing Washington, D.C.
Are you doing D.C.? Because that's by the National Park Service.
Listen, do you know how many parks there is?
Yeah, I know. A lot.
Going for it. That show could last for 2 years. You know how many? If we took one each year, this show will last 100.
Yeah, something like that.
About a year and a half. There's. Do you know how many are actually listed on the NPS?
There's a lot. I've looked.
428 parks. 300. I have.
Amazing.
There is 300 that have no fees. A little over 100 that have park fees.
Well, I can understand why because of the care and the maintenance of the place.
Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, but we got to understand this. I try to keep a little bit more control on these shows. It's because this is all part of my business
and stuff.
And so
Yeah,
a lot of parks, and that includes like Dean. Believe it or not. That includes, we actually have 2 parks right off of the East Coast. You've got the Castillo de San Marcos.
Right.
Oh, I know, Stephanie. But we do like to have fun. We do.
Oh, we do.
Try to get out, don't we, Steve? That's why I try not to. I don't. Well, right now I'm kind of getting frustrated that I can't get enough nibbles on my.
You'll get nibbles. Don't worry about it.
I know.
It takes time.
But I'm doing what I can right now to try to, and that's try to build up my profile until I get my website where I can really slam things. And that's actually trying to put videos together so I can put it on my profile plus.
Right.
Because I would love to get it, because to become a super agent, which would really, the more that I get and I sell and hopefully things go good, the more responses I can get, I can put on my profile, and they'll make it a super agent profile, and it'll reach a little bit further. There's so many national. There are a lot of state parks, but you got to figure Castillo de San Marcos, a national park. There's a lookout for the Castillo for St. Augustine. That's about 15, 20 miles south on A1A, south of St. Augustine.
Wonderful.
It's part of the national park. That's a lookout. It's a small lookout that watches the south end of the Matanza Bay.
Hey, Dave, read Dean's comment. Hey, Dave, read Dean's comment.
Yeah, I want to start exploring the national floor. Yes, that is awesome.
Nice.
Yes, and I actually want to go to Fort DeSoto over down there by there's an old Fort DeSoto. I want to see if there's an actual fort or something over there on the Gulf side. I'm thinking they might have put something similar to like the lookout. Did you? Oh, nice, man! Oh, you got to see the manatees. Oh, nice. My word. They're such beautiful animals. They are large.
They are. I love seeing them in the living seas. That's fun.
Yeah, in the living seas. But to watch them in the natural springs of Florida,
I've seen them
in the wide space, it's just, there's something, it's a whole different total view, Mike. It really is. If you ever get to go to a Florida spring where some manatees come in.
I saw them on a spring.
No, I'm talking to Florida National. Have you been to a national spring down in Florida?
Nope. The only place I go is the Disney Bubble.
Yeah. Well, see, in order to see something really beautiful is to go to one of the springs over on the Gulf side.
Right.
The manatees will actually come up to where people are a swimming area.
Well, isn't that nice?
Yes. Now you can't touch them, and they got the areas roped off from them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, Dave.
Awesome. See, is there an actual fort on there, Fort DeSoto, or is it just the park? And they just call it Fort DeSoto. I mean, sometimes they just call it a Fort something, and it ends up just being like a camping park, beaches, picnic areas, things like that. Is there an actual fort out there, Dean?
Hey, Dave. I can go to Philadelphia and do all of the historical stuff. Because I know
that's what we're gonna see. That's the thing.
We're
gonna
cover everything. Where that is, and I can do it.
We're going to be covering a lot of the historical parks.
Okay,
which
good.
Means some of it is Washington D.C.
Because I can do Philadelphia and New York easily.
Some will be Washington D.C. Obviously, I want to get up to Gettysburg myself. Because I actually want to do a live stream from Gettysburg.
Oh yeah.
Let
me see.
Because I'm so fascinated with the Battle of Gettysburg. I have been studying all the generals. I've been studying General Joshua Chamberlain. Obviously, I love just.
There's a lot I could do, Dave, with New York.
Longstreet.
Oh, I didn't know that was in this list.
The what?
Ooh, a place that I've wanted to go for years, and I might be able to do it because it's in the National Park Services. Couple places I could do.
And I'll have to get down there. I will have to get down there and
up here.
I may no. I'm talking Dean. I was reading Dean's comment.
Gotcha.
There is a fort, so I need to get down there towards Tampa Bay. It's off the coast of Tampa Bay and Clearwater.
Nice. Oh, there's a lot I could do in New York City.
Oh, it's down there around St. Pete, Tampa, and Clearwater. And then there's, speaking of Paul Engel, there's our good.
Hello, Paul Engel. How are you? Welcome in. Good to see you.
It's always good to see Paul.
Where did he go?
Who?
Oh, Dave. I know another place we need to do as well. Colonial Williamsburg. I know where that is too. I haven't been there in years.
I actually want to go do Lookout Mountain and do the Battle of Chickamauga up there.
Cool.
Up there in Tennessee around Chattanooga.
Cool. Well,
but then I also want to get up to the parks. I want to get up to where, up to the Dakotas and hit some of those parks. And obviously, I want to go to see Yellowstone National Park. I want to go see Yosemite National Park. I want to see the Grand Canyon. I got a lot of traveling to do.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to get my sales up so I can start traveling.
Well, that'll happen.
I can start with the forts and the beaches down here and the national parks here. And
I can start in New York City. Not a problem. Because there's many places I can go.
Yeah. So I may send you because I may send you to Ellis Island.
I can do that. I just need to know. Well,
and if you can do some pictures,
sure, I could do pictures.
Have you do a live stream. But if you actually do some pictures,
I want to go there anyway.
We can put them in a stream, and if you don't mind, I would love to put them on my website. Yeah, I'm not going to no Yosemite in the middle of winter. No.
Well, Dave, if you come up here to,
I'm not going anywhere during the winter months up north.
I'm telling you, it gets cold. Cold.
Mike, I spent 30 years in Michigan. Remember, I was raised, and I get the cold. I get the coldness off of the lake. So trust me.
I know. When I wear shorts,
I don't get a lot of the snow, but we do get the frigid. We do get the frigid
off the
lake. So I mean, I'm aware of how cold it can actually get.
I know.
I've actually had my fingers frostbitten severe.
Well, not me. But get this, Dave. I have worn shorts in 3-degree weather, and I was fine.
Well, that's because you've been hanging out with Richard too much, and
No, it's because
either that, or you've been drinking too much of that.
You've
been drinking too much of that Starbucks stuff, and it's got you.
Which, speaking of that, I had some today. Ta-da!
I got something better. Burger King.
I actually had the sweet tea today.
Oh, it won't show it, but it's Burger King I got.
Wow. You went to Burger King today. My goodness.
Oh, I bet you it was pretty. But yeah, I'm betting you if you had to wear 5 layers, I bet you.
I need a spirit jersey and shorts, no joke.
Not up there. If you're getting up near there, near the line of Canada and all that, you ain't. That is a ton of snow. You're gonna be frigid.
I didn't even do that, Stephanie. Let me tell you, I was so comfy.
Keep you warm.
Yeah.
Stephanie is saying, bring out the tequila.
No, thank you. I'll pass. Although a Starbucks would be nice.
Sorry, Starbucks would be buried, so you wouldn't be getting to it.
Nope.
Well, you might be a little bit under on that one, Mike. Stephanie, duly noted. I agree. Duly noted.
Oh my goodness.
But it does. I will say this. I'm not big on alcohol.
I don't drink at all.
You are freezing a little bit to help. Oh, Stephanie, don't.
I had my venti iced chai tea latte with 3 pumps of peppermint today.
I guess you get Paul's tequila, Stephanie.
It's all good.
Hey, welcome back, Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie. It's good to see you.
Yeah, I'm going to assume the Pete's stream is pretty much done or almost over, because I know he started at 7 and he was doing basketball. So, and basketball usually moves pretty fast, so it depends on
sometimes.
It
can.
It
takes an hour to do the last minute of the game.
Yeah, and they could be just popping over. It might be halftime over there.
True,
but I don't know. But I'm looking forward to the new show. I like where we're going to try to go 2 minutes in the 4 quarters. See,
I am as well.
Yep. And like I said, I'm hoping that if I can get down to, like I said, I want to actually get back over to A1A over at the Lookout. I will do a live stream from there. And believe me, let me put it this way. You know that most Spaniards were lucky if they were over 4'10",
which is my height. I am 4'11".
Let me put it this way. You know, the very top roof of it, you can climb up to the top roof of it. It's a 2-story building.
Yeah.
Let me put it to you this way. The hole was so
I
small.
would be able to fit.
I barely got through it.
No problem.
I barely got through it. And
let me tell you, I would fit with no problem.
No, literally. You probably wouldn't. Put it this way. It depends on, and this is not to be mean, but it depends on how big you are this way.
Right.
Because even me, and here's this, I'm not big this way.
Right.
I'm more this way, and I'm like this, Mike.
Right.
Yeah. Remember me telling you about the conning tower when I went to go see the Battleship Alabama?
Yes.
I'm like this. I'm standing like this in the conning tower of a diesel engine submarine.
Oh, Dave,
I
have a question. Can a battleship be a part of the National Park Service?
Can what?
Can a battleship?
Yes.
It can. Because I know where the Battleship New Jersey is.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. I've actually got the national parks pulled up. I've actually got the website
I looked it up for New Jersey, and I didn't see the Battleship New Jersey.
It may be state parks. They may be, because a lot of them are private funded. A lot of them are private funded.
I see.
I see. Well, let me see if I can find out. Passes, find a park. I'm going to look and see if that Alabama. See, let's see. There's the National Daviston. It depends. A lot of it, I think, if it depends on whether it's a national park or if it's some are private parks that are funded by.
Because when I looked it up, I was like, okay.
Okay, let me National Historical Landmarks. Find, apply, technical, new business. Battlefield protection. Let me do this.
Excuse me.
I really need. No, yeah, see? National Park. I'm seeing if, yeah, see, it's not showing them. So obviously, if it's not on the registry,
okay,
then most likely,
okay,
because like Gettysburg, Andersonville, those are places. So in your birthplaces that are, again, that are on.
Well, what about the battleships?
I don't understand why they're not on there. I thought they would be.
I know.
But here's the thing about them. They may be under state parks.
Okay.
Let me go to.
Is that the same as national? Let me see.
Nope, they would not.
Oh, they're not. Okay.
Hold on. I don't think the I don't think the national parks.
Okay.
Do they show state parks? Hold on. I think they only show.
Okay.
I think they only show national parks.
Okay. Okay.
Nope, that's not. Nope. Yeah, you would have to go to each state to find the.
Okay.
Like if you went to, hold on.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'll look it up.
Let me go to Alabama, Battleship Alabama.
Okay.
Okay. Get back here. Man. Where's my arrow? Back over here. Get back over here.
Got it.
Battleship Alabama Park.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for. Things like that.
Okay.
Now I don't know why it's not on the National Registry, except that the thing about that is here's what you're looking at.
Right.
It's more of I think because a lot of them have to be privately funded.
I get it. Okay.
To keep them up and maintained.
Okay.
That's probably why they're not registered on the National
Park Service.
which makes I always wondered about that sometimes.
Right. Right.
And I wish I had asked that when I was talking to that gentleman that worked for Park Services today when I was doing the training. Because it really is. It was the USS. It actually, crazy thing of it is, it was the US Drum that I think it was the USS Drum that I actually.
Because I know
USS Drum that I was actually there.
Right. Because it's interesting because years ago, I actually went onto with the Battleship New Jersey to do we did the tours and stuff. It's very interesting.
It is. So I will probably do some state parks.
All right.
So particularly, I hate to say it, I will probably do more state parks that are like Battleship Alabama.
Right. Okay.
Battleship North Carolina.
Right.
Battleship New Jersey. Some of the
Battleship
New York. If I come up to New York, obviously the one place I want to go to is New York Harbor and
absolutely.
see
I can show you everything
the aircraft carrier there.
The harbor, you can there are actually cruises
which I believe is
that go around the harbor.
I'm trying to think if that's the USS Hornet that's there. Trying to think if that's the USS Hornet that's there.
Where? In New York?
In New York. Yeah, I know it's one of the it's one of the old World War II aircraft.
I can't remember. I can find
out for me because I can't remember. Can you take a look?
Yes. Hold on a second. Let me see. All right. I'm gonna do it this way. What ship is in New York?
I know it's one of the aircraft carriers that was used.
Right, hold on. What Navy ship is in there? It is the USS the Intrepid.
Intrepid, that's the one.
Yep. Yep. I've never been there, but I've always wanted to see it.
Yeah. Well, there's one in Galveston, Texas, I believe.
Right.
If I'm correct. There's another one. I believe they put another one. They actually wanted to use they were trying to get the USS John F. Kennedy somewhere, but that don't look like that's going to happen. It looks like the Kennedy may be scrapped, which I hate. Just because of the fact that was named after John F. Kennedy.
Right, of course. Let me ask you this question. Now, forgive me if I am wrong about this, but and I know I'm going to screw this up, what was the name of the ship that's in Pearl Harbor? Because I don't remember.
Battleship Missouri.
Oh, okay.
It's parked next to where the Arizona Memorial is.
That's it. That's the one that I was thinking of. Yeah.
That's the one that's Mary Carroll. Welcome in.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, that's the one that's parked in Oahu,
right?
In Pearl Harbor.
You know, Dave. When you go out to Hawaii, I will say this: I had family members who went to Pearl Harbor. It was very interesting.
I will be emotional. I will be emotional.
It will be. Believe me. If you lived during that time period, yeah.
My dad could have been in World War II, but he didn't. For some reason, they didn't take him in World War II, but they drafted him for the Korean War.
In World War
That's
II,
what's weird because they drafted him for Korea War. I could never understand that one.
But that's interesting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's face it, there's a lot of us. I think Stephanie is Stephanie still in here? I'm doing good, Mary Carol. I hope you, Adam, Reba, and Blake are doing good.
I believe she did.
Because I think Stephanie's dad. I think it was Stephanie's dad that also was one that was in Navy as well. If I'm correct, I could be wrong. That's why I'm asking if she's still in here. I don't know if she's in here.
I mean, I know I had relatives. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I've had relatives serve in wars before.
Yeah. I've actually had relatives serve in every branch. The only branch that we've never had anybody in is the Marine Corps. I've had them serve in the Air Force. I've had them serve in the Army. And we've had people serve in the Navy.
I see.
I've got a second cousin whose husband, I think he's probably an officer now, but he was becoming a dental hygienist or a dentist throughout the Navy. And the last I knew, he was.
Oh my!
His home port was out of San Diego, but he was serving with somewhere in the Pacific Fleet at the time.
Right.
But that was in his early days of the Navy, the last I knew. I mean, that's been several years ago. So. Because I'm trying to think. Galveston, Texas.
Okay. You know, it's interesting because, I mean, there is one place that I would love to visit. And yes, it does have a Disney reference to it. Believe it or not. You want to know where that is?
What?
Marceline. I would love to go to Marceline.
Aha. See?
Because that's where
it might
started.
Be the battleship. You know what? That may be the U.S. It is. It's the USS Lexington. I knew there was a World War II museum there. Essex class carrier.
In D.C.?
No, Washington or Texas.
Oh.
Galveston, Texas, where you know how we were talking about the Jubilee?
Yes.
And Richard was talking about the air magic being on the Jubilee. The Jubilee actually sails out, which is a Carnival ship, and it sails out of Galveston, and that's where the USS Lexington is.
Cool.
So see, there's even historical parks I want to go to, and there are some state parks I would love to go to in some of the states. So I will do this for anybody that's listening. If you got any state parks that you think that are worth going to check out, if you don't mind, Mike, I'm going to say send them to you or me.
Sure.
And maybe we can put a list together and we can either talk about them or if I get a chance to go visit them, then I will go
to it. If it's in New York City, I can do it, but it's going to be a long day for me. But I can make it happen.
What?
I just need time to go.
No, well, listen. If you go to those parks, we're going to have to give you time to get out there.
Oh, absolutely.
And we'll have to set a specific. We may even have to do it on a day. We may even have to do it on a day where we might have to push the shows up earlier.
Let's put it this way, Dave. I'm gonna need
or the best thing to do about that is probably have you take pictures and we can put it on a slideshow and then play a slideshow and then talk about it after that.
But I will tell you, Dave, if it is in New York City specifically, like I can take picture and video of like pretty much anything.
The only thing I want to see up there is the Intrepid.
You want to see? All right, let me see.
Let me see the Intrepid.
How the heck do I get over there?
That one I want to do in person.
Okay. That means you need to get up here, Dave.
I will during the summer.
Sure, just let Dave give me a date. You're going to be up here. We can meet up. We can meet up.
It won't be anytime soon. I can tell you that. Yeah. Well, it won't be anytime soon.
Okay. But you're talking this summer, right?
No, it's not going to be this summer. I've got too much going. I'm going to be. My problem is, I'm going to be. It'll be my first year out.
Right.
In the park.
Right.
Or on the grounds for the school. So I'm gonna pretty much except maybe going down on Disney on a Friday or Saturday. Probably not gonna go much anywhere this summer.
Right.
That's why I had to look at the date of June because I know I'm supposed to go with I know I'm supposed to go with Richard to that
right
thing.
Right. Why'd you go all black?
I was trying to click on something and it's all froze up.
Okay.
And see, now I'm all white. So be right back.
I'll be right back, guys. Having tech things. But, it's going to be interesting to see which parks everybody picks. I mean, for myself, I know of a couple places I can go to. Some of them are probably going to be all-day trips.
Oh, there I am. I'm back. Never mind.
Good. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm going to say this, Dave. If it's New York City specifically, I can get into the city early. Now, I will say this, that when I do go, well, I'm hoping to go to the Statue of Liberty sometime this year. I don't know when yet, but I want to be able to get like really good pictures of it. And I can also go to Liberty Island State Park, which is part of the Park Service as well.
Yeah, just take pictures. I think with those it would be just take pictures.
I can take a lot of pictures,
and we can put them together as a video slide.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be good.
Yep, everything will be good. We're good. Oh, anyways, well, I don't know. It's been a couple hours, Mike. It's actually 9:30, so.
Yes, I need to start getting ready for bed soon, so.
Yes. No, and make, tomorrow night, like we said, if it's just me and you,
yeah, that's fine.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Right.
We're going to talk about the new islands that are coming to some of the cruise lines.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk about some of the new cruise ships coming out.
Absolutely.
So.
Right.
But guys, get ready to I don't know. I know Pete's gonna be going live.
Right.
I think he's doing an Insomniac thing again tonight. Huh?
I said, is he doing Insomniacs tonight?
Yes, he is doing an Insomniac thing tonight.
Okay.
I don't know what time he's going.
Right.
I do know. I don't know if Dad Builds is going on right now. But make sure you check out those guys.
Yep.
And make sure you check out the Triple C's on Sunday.
Absolutely.
I believe they got a good one coming on.
Yes. It's Disney MUK is going to be coming on.
Is it Disney MUK? Oh,
yes.
Did that? Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, now we know for a fact that that's going to be a good one.
Yep. So that's going to be a good one.
So, okay, guys.
Yep.
Anything final from you, Mike?
I will say this: join us the tomorrow night. I think that this was a really good stream, and we talked a lot about new stuff that is coming to Disney. So come join us the tomorrow night when we talk about the cruise lines.
Yep, and the new cruise ships and the new islands coming to the cruise lines.
Yep,
and obviously, I mean, I won't say I won't be hurting a little bit tomorrow because I'm going to try to get back into the gym. So
nice.
I'm going to be hitting it. I'm going to be hitting the weights tomorrow a little bit. So
all right,
ouching and oohing a tad bit.
Cool.
But
that's good.
Got to look buff when I get down to the beaches. And then I can tilt the head a little bit and
oh my God. Oh Lord.
And get that good looking, find me that special person.
Right, of course.
Or find that special lady for me. Anyways, with that, well, Mike, thank you for being on.
You're welcome.
I'm actually glad Richard was able to come on, and
I agree.
We haven't been able to do a full show like this in a long time with the three of us.
Correct.
Correct. So hopefully he can join us tomorrow, but I understand that he's got to work, so we'll see what happens. If not, me and you can carry on, and we'll do what we know to do.
Sure.
So don't forget tomorrow night. Again, we're going earlier this week because I am on vacation. We'll be doing 7:30. And then don't forget Saturday, 4:00, the Disney X News.
Yep. It's going to be...
And then 10:30, we're going to be 10:30. We'll have the Disney Cafe chat. And we'll talk some more. And I will finish up. I should actually be able to finish up the ship on Saturday.
Right.
So that's the plans for the rest of this week.
Good.
And then, of course, sometime on Friday. And I'm thinking if you guys can do it at about 11 o'clock in the morning, depending on what you got to do and what Richard's got to do.
Sure.
If you can let him know.
I can let him know right now, actually.
You talk to him more than I do.
Right. You want me to tell him 11 Eastern?
11 Eastern.
Okay.
If he can do it on Friday at 11, we'll go in because I'm thinking that most likely I'm going to shoot for most of the streams for right now will be pre-recorded until I can switch to days because then I'll get off early and then I can come home and then we can do live ones with the national parks. So this week I'm going to shoot for 11 o'clock to do the pre-recorded one for Monday.
Okay.
And then I will post it. And then I'll post it at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
If we do stream, I don't know if 5 o'clock would be good for you or if on Mondays or not.
Mondays?
On Mondays at 5 o'clock is when I want to do it. If we do the live streams, it'll be at 5. We can, but with the live streams, we can.
Okay.
We can play around with it. We could even push it.
I will let you know about that.
Yeah, I mean, we could even push it to 6 o'clock.
Right.
When it's pre-recorded, I'm going to set it for 5 because nobody has to be there. I'll just end up being in the chat. That's all. So that's where we're going to go with that. So it might be pre-recorded shows at 5.
Okay.
Live shows at 6, probably.
Yep.
More likely.
Okay.
So.
All right.
But with that, guys, I'm going to say, let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find that magical vacation. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, guys.